Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be working on this BMW motorcycle, and the specific thing is we are going to be replacing the rear tire. It's not in a bad condition, but everything can be better, and we want to make it more off-road style and match it with the front tire, which is already done. The first thing we need to do is drive it on our new HBM machines motor lifts, so let's do that first. Now that we have good reason to replace the tire, we are going to jack the bike up on the lift, and then we are going to start removing the parts. So before any job, it's important to collect all the tools that you are going to need. In this case, we are going to be removing the entire rear wheel, so loosening the chain, taking the wheel out. For that we have to remove this fender, so we have the correct tools for those little bolts. And while we're at it, we are going to be changing the inner tire, so we have that one ready as well. To make it more easy for us to remove the tire from the rim later on, we are going to be using a small tool to remove the valve stem, so the tire is completely deflated. As you can see, it's really dirty, so the first thing we are going to do now is clean everything up. So we spent a couple of minutes cleaning the backside of this bike, and even though it isn't a new one, it sure looks a whole lot better. We even cleaned the sprocket that was totally black. And we cleaned the chain. The chain is still good, so we won't be replacing this one. And as you can see, nothing of the tire that we just burned up is left. Next thing we are going to be doing is removing the tire itself, replace the inner tube, and put a new tire on the back. So with these two tire spoons, you pry between the rim and the edge of the tire and use some lubricant to make it easier. Once the entire side of the tire is released from the rim, you can do the same on the other side, and then you can pull the tire over the edge of the rim to take it off. Now that the bead of the tire is completely off the rim, we are going to use the two tire spoons, stick it inside and flip the bead of the tire over the rim. To make the new tire go easier onto the rim, you just use some dishwashing soap and rub it all in. So that was actually the easy part. Now we have to get the inner tube in, make sure we don't damage it, and then beat the other side of the tire onto the rim. When placing a tire, always check for a mark on your tire, like you see this red dot. and you place it right at the exact same spot as your valve stem would go. So after a decent struggle involving putting the tire on backwards, taking it off again and doing it all over, the tire is finally on the rim. So now you can put some air into it, see if it holds, and put it back on the bike. So the tire is on the rim, it holds air. Now it's time to put it back in the bike and do a test drive. So the wheel is finally in. Next thing we have to do is bring the chain up to tension. Then bolt down the axle, check the tension again. We've cleaned the chain as well, so we are going to put some grease on it. And then it's time for a ride. Alright, so everything is on, tightened and greased up. Now it's time to drop the bike and take it for the test drive. So the bike is all finished. If there's one tip I can give you, is don't do it at home. Just go to a tire shop and let them do it for you. Unless you really like messing around with a greasy tire. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching the video and I'll see you next time.